It was an out-of-control week, and then you tap on Congressman. The former director of the FBI leaked it out.
That was amazing, Sam, that he admitted he leaked it. It's like, oh, my gosh.
Bro, that's
Are you kidding me?
That's you got the fact that he's like, he's a disgruntled employee, and we've all been fired, and you hate your boss when you get fired, and you're like, I'm going to get him back. But generally, your husband or wife says, oh, go have a beer and look for a new job. He leaks out a memo. That poor law professor at Columbia is probably like, dude, what did you bring my name into this for? And then we find out that the Obama White House's attorney general was trying to clamp down on his speech about Hillary's investigation.
Oh, Sam, you know that, hey, it's awfully strange that Mr. Clinton bumped into Miss Lynch there, and I guess it was, Vegas or Phoenix or somewhere out there?
Phoenix, Arizona.
The day before she may be indicted, they just happened to pass. And it wasn't a terminal, Sam, it was on a tarmac. They expect us to think that it's like Bill was driving by and said, hey, there's my girlfriend, Loretta. Stop the plane. I got to talk to Loretta right now. I guarantee you they had the conversation. And he basically said, Mrs. Lynch, call your attack dog off. We have killed people. We killed Vince Foster. We destroyed Webb Hubbell. We will destroy you. And then what happened next day? All of a sudden, well, she did it. Yeah, it was all terrible. Don't know who got the information. Very classified, but no indictment.
Exactly, Congressman Olson. And remember that we never would have known about Bill Clinton getting on the jet of Loretta Lynch in Arizona if it wasn't for the local TV film crew that was there to shoot some story, and they saw it.
Exactly.
It was like the civilian who videotaped Hillary Clinton stumbling to her van on 9/11 in New York, remember? And they didn't go to the doctor?
Yep.
They never tell us the truth. It's always an extra set of eyes somewhere where this film crew from Channel 10 in Arizona goes, dude, isn't that like Clinton's jet? Hey, isn't that Lynch's jet? That's what happens. And you know what? It's like when you turn on the light in the kitchen and the cockroaches run. Light's been turned on, bro. Light's been turned on.
Yeah, and those are damn big Texas cockroaches.
You step on them and they carry a couple.
With a shovel. Your shoe's not big enough. No shovel. Die.
Now let me ask you this, Congressman Pete Olson. That was a Senate hearing yesterday. If you wanted to get in, can you waltz in as a congressman, or what do you do?
Sam, I didn't try to get in there because it was packed, but I don't think you get in. You obviously saw it, but behind the people, the witnesses, Mr. Comey, was the press. It's like, boy, this thing, no Americans can go see this, see history being made. But, it was just such a clown show. I mean, the Democrats are committed to proving that Mr. Trump influenced elections, that Mr. Putin's request, blah, 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 blah.
No, it fell apart.
And Mr. Comey said that didn't happen. Then the fact that stunned me again is he admitted he was the leak. It's like, oh, my gosh. You're supposed to be enforce the laws and be way above, and yet you put out a leak because of petty revenge because you were fired, which is President Trump's right. Okay, it wasn't. I would have talked to you personally, but he didn't choose that. But he can fire you.
Yeah.
He has that role. You serve at his convenience. It was inconvenient. He fired you.
Done. Congressman Pete Olson on. What was everyone on Capitol Hill doing? Was everyone in Congress staring at TVs and everything?
Well, some people were. We had to work, Sam. We had to get Todd Frank killed. So we're on the floor. But, yeah, it was just the Senate side was a go-rope over there. Again, it was all politics, like you mentioned. How about John McCain? Got a little
You got a little tired.
Got a little red there. A little red spine there. All right.
Wasn't exactly sure where he was, I think.
Got a little off base sometimes, but the bottom line was he was trying to do the right thing, like you said, tying the whole thing. Well, if we went after Mr. Trump, how come the same thing doesn't apply to Mrs. Clinton and her husband and Mrs. Lynch? Because the same sort of shenanigans happen in two fields, but one got all this national spotlight and all these little hearings and stuff, and one just sort of swept under the rug.
That's
like
amazing.
Vince Foster's death.
Amazing.